People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People at 7 on Twitter and YouTube, people at elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com, and my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com, and my t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.gmail.com. And I bought myself a new set of, a new headset, because my old one looked like this. For the longest, it was being held together with a piece of tape. And the set I had before that, very dependable, lasted for years, but the earbuds popped off, or the little cover that goes on it. And that was very uncomfortable, and they don't make the covers that go in there anymore. And even with the earbuds, they were a little bit too, I don't like anything in my ears. Probably because I wore a hearing aid for most of my adult life, and part of my teenage years, I mean from age 12 on up, I had, hearing aids. And when they told me that they couldn't, upgrade them anymore, they were the over-ear kind, and they couldn't make them any stronger, and so forth and so on, and my hearing wasn't going to get any better, I said, what's the point in wearing them? And at that point, I was already considered disabled and not allowed to drive a school bus anymore. So why have something in your ear that feels like it's doing like this all day long? So I got myself another pair of these. You seen what these were Kauf's brand, and they lasted forever. I have another pair in this house somewhere, but it looks like that too. Well, actually it looks worse because I took a piece of ribbon and kind of tied it together. Anyway, I bought these. These things, they are called ear cuffs, and the tag says Ear Party. They are noise canceling, so forth, so on. But because they're brand new, they are very closely, it stretches and everything, but it presses. And it feels like it's just kind of pressing in on the top of your ear. And because of the way it's made, I can actually stick my ear in there, and then it presses on the back, right where my glasses are. So I figure, hey, just put a cover over it. Well, because of the way they're made, you don't want to put anything too thick on it, but you don't want to just have it sweating in there either. You need something to cushion it. So I got the idea to do that. Very simple solution, and I'm going to tell you what I did. I took a old pair of tights, and I just literally cut the bottom off of it, about 2 inches up. And then I just line it up, that seam in the middle of it, that's where I'm going to have the top. Literally goes around, and instead of the seam going right through the middle there, I just move the seam to the top. Because pantyhose and tights stretch, so the seam is at the top where it can't touch my ear, and then that part I just tuck around. Oh, and if you do this, make sure you go ahead and adjust your ear cuffs up and down or whatever you need to do, so that way when you do this you can just go ahead and slide it under. This side I just kind of adjusted it in and, you know, pulled the cord down and around, twisted it, and then let it stay so that way I don't lose the ability for my microphone. Yeah, I can even tuck that if I want to, or if I need to. And that's how I did that. And instantly I have ear cuffs that are nice and cushioned. It changes the look slightly. I mean, it's originally pink and now it's got a deep purple. And if I find some pink stockings or some white ones that I can either use white or diet pink, or, you know, some clear stockings, who's gonna really notice that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless I point it out to you or you see me make it, you're not really gonna notice. I could probably even use some designs to do that. But in the meantime, because I've done this before, I'm gonna demonstrate on this. If I cut another one and it's got a cut edge, you don't even have to try to worry about sewing that edge up. Just make sure that when you put it around the, well, actually I'm going to take this apart so you can see. Okay, what you're doing is you're putting it around this thing. Now, if you have it where there's a seam, you just move that seam out the way. But if there's no seam because you cut it, you know, you can either tuck that into your headset or just kind of like let it hang. See what I'm saying? The point is to get the cushion. So that way you don't have to, you know, worry about if the little piece is lost when you know, go to wash it, or if you know, misplace it somehow. Because little things like this are notorious for getting lost. You just cut 2 inches off of a pair of tights or stockings or whatever. In fact, I think I'll show you how that would look. Hold on. Okay. This one is the bottom of the stockings. That's where it's sewn. This goes all the way through. See how that works? So you do the same thing. Just get it on there. And now it'll fit better because of the opening. And then you can just tuck it in. See how it has that opening there? You just tuck it into the opening that came with it. And that might work even better because now the part of it that excuse me, now the part of it that, you know, is next to where your ear is, where the sound comes out, you can actually see that, which means you might be able to hear better. So either way, works out well. So if you have this works with Beats too. Beats have their own earmuff covers that basically they're glued in, and then you have to remove the adhesive if you want to remove it and put a new ear cuff on or whatever. Or you could just get something like this, put it over there, and that way you don't have to worry about debris and all that stuff getting in there and then needing to replace it. Basically, any microphone headset You know, this thing is great for gaming. I plugged it into my game and discovered that my castle has a waterfall. Well, I knew it had a waterfall. It has two of them. But suddenly I could hear the sound of running water along with the sound of everything else. And it's like, whoa. That floored me. It's like, I hear water. And then I'm, scrolling through my scenery and I went, I can hear my waterfall. So, yeah. This thing picks up every sound in there. And, I just never noticed it before. Apparently I always had a waterfall, but I don't wear my hearing aids anymore. And this picked up everything. So, that's my helpful hint for the day. Also, say for instance if you want to, you can just cut up several at the same time. But this is also the method I use to make a headband. See? If you look several videos back, almost 6 years of videos from when I first started 7 years ago, I had directions for a snag-free ponytail holder. All I did was cut up some stockings and, if you use knee-highs or pantyhose, it's going to last a little less durably than if you use tights, because tights are made to last for a very, very long time, whereas pantyhose, even though people wear them every single day when they wear them, or the people that wear them every single day, you would think they would make those a lot more sturdy, a lot more durable, and a lot less prone to runs, but they don't. That's how they get you. I mean, you could get a 5-pack of stockings for $1 some places, whereas you get one pair of tights for $5, because they're going to be worn basically like a good pair of shorts, and they're going to last you for a number of years. I've had this pair for years. As long as you take care of it, they last for years. I'm just going to cut these some more. I was going to throw these away anyway, but now I'm just going to recycle them. Yeah. So I hope that has helped somebody. And this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And my t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now.